What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about someone who doesn't get enough attention when people discuss Arsenal women. I'm talking about Renée Slegers. Yes, she won the UEFA Women's Champions League, and yes, she deserves credit for that achievement. But in my opinion, this season is the biggest test of her career. She has to prove that she's truly the right manager to lead Arsenal back to the top of European football. Let me explain why, how it all started. Renée Slegers took over Arsenal during the 2024-25 season, after Jonas Eidevall left the club. But here's something many people forget. A big part of that squad was built by Jonas. He was the one who convinced several important players to join Arsenal. One of them was Mariona Caldenti. Mariona went on to become one of the best players in the league, proving that Jonas actually made some excellent recruitment decisions. Even though Jonas didn't get the results Arsenal wanted, I still believe he built the foundation of a very strong team. That foundation helped Renée when she became the new head coach. Did Arsenal really change? When Renée arrived, I honestly didn't see a huge tactical revolution. The style of play wasn't dramatically different. The football wasn't suddenly incredible. What really changed was something else: the mentality. This Arsenal team started believing again. The players fought for every ball. They showed character. They played with confidence. There was a feeling inside the squad that Arsenal belonged among Europe's biggest clubs again. And sometimes, mentality can change everything. The Champions League run in the Women's Super League, Arsenal improved. They were getting better results, but they still didn't win any domestic trophies. That meant all the pressure shifted to the Champions League. And let's be honest, Arsenal came very close to being eliminated against Real Madrid, against Lyon. They survived difficult moments. Their performances weren't always spectacular. They didn't dominate every match, but they kept fighting. They refused to give up. That fighting spirit carried them all the way to the final. Then came the biggest challenge of all: Barcelona, the best team in Europe. Once again, Arsenal showed incredible determination. They defended together, they believed in themselves, and their mentality paid off. They became European champions. It was one of the greatest moments in the club's recent history. But then came 2026. This is where I started asking myself an important question. Is Renée Slegers really an elite manager? Because if Arsenal hadn't won the short two-match Club World Cup, they would have ended the year without another major trophy. That's difficult to accept, especially for a team that many people considered the best in Europe after winning the Champions League. Winning Europe is amazing, but great managers have to prove they can stay at the top, not just reach it once. This season changes everything now. Renée has no excuses. She has one of the strongest squads in women's football, world-class players in every position, depth, experience, young talent, everything a coach could ask for. The expectations are different now. Arsenal shouldn't just compete, they should fight for every trophy available: the Women's Super League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the UEFA Women's Champions League. This squad is good enough to win multiple trophies. Time to prove herself for me. This is the season where Renée Slegers has to prove she belongs among the very best coaches in women's football. She's now entering her third season in charge. She knows the players. She has had time to build her own ideas. The squad reflects her vision. There are no more transition excuses. If Arsenal only wins one trophy this season, I think people need to start asking difficult questions. Not because she's a bad coach, far from it, but because this Arsenal squad is simply too talented to fall short year after year. The standards at Arsenal are incredibly high, and with this group of players, competing isn't enough anymore. The goal has to be domination. Final thoughts. This season could define Renée Slegers' legacy at Arsenal. Can she prove that last season wasn't just the perfect run? Can she build a team that dominates both England and Europe? Or will Arsenal once again fall short of expectations? That's the question. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Renée Slegers is already one of the best managers in women's football? Or does she still have to prove herself? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest Arsenal women news, transfer updates and match analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.